How can you cheat on your goals and still get massive results, actually get better results? That's what we're going to be talking about today on the 10 at 10. I am super excited that you are here. We are getting you pumped up, getting you a little bit more excited, getting you a little more spring in your step, getting you some motivation to hit your targets, reach your goals, get your message out to the masses. I'm super glad that you are here. My name is Steve Warner. Thanks for tuning in today. So we're going to be talking about how you reach your goals. It's pretty fitting for January 2nd. A lot of people probably set some pretty big goals for this year, right? Change all the stuff from last year, get out with the old and bring the new in, right? Bring that energy that you want, bring those targets that you want, figure out how to get where you want to go. Probably set some pretty big goals. Maybe you took some pretty massive action yesterday. I saw a lot of people posting about getting back into the gym, a lot of people hiking here in Arizona, and that is awesome. You should be taking action. Absolutely. So how can you actually do more to reach your goals? I want to tell you about something that I do. It was mentioned in the compound effect. That's where I first heard about this. I think maybe 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Not sure, but Arnold Schwarzenegger practiced it as well. But I think he is probably the best example of this. So Michael Jordan practiced it. All the greats practice this. This is actually a trait I think I talked about. I don't know, somewhere back a couple weeks ago. So what is it? Well, it's cheating on your goals. You might be saying, well, what does that mean? Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he was doing reps, when he was working out in the gym, he would get perfect posture, right? Let's say that he was doing leg presses and he would get perfect posture and go as hard as he could. But when he reached the max and he was at exhaustion, he would take 5 pounds off, 10 pounds off, a little bit of weight off, and he didn't care about keeping perfect form anymore. He just kept pushing. He kept doing a little bit extra, right? Tony Robbins talks about this. This is actually where that tattoo came from on my wrist, right? There's good, there's average, there's good, there's great, there's exceptional, and then there's a level right beyond exceptional that's just 2 millimeters more. That's how Tony Robbins talks about it. Arnold Schwarzenegger cheated all the time on his reps, right? It wasn't about having perfect form. It was about going the extra mile. Michael Jordan did the same thing. He actually talked about it on The Last Dance. If you watch that on Netflix, when he would work out, his personal trainer actually had to lower his number of reps. If he told Michael Jordan to do 10 reps, Michael Jordan would come in and do 16, 17, 18. He would go to exhaustion, and then he would still do some kind of motion to go a little bit further. We might be saying, well, how does that help me reach my goals, right? Well, here's the thing. Compound effects over time reach your targets faster. They get you moving faster. It's not about being perfect. It's about taking action that moves you towards your goal. So the way that I do this, I don't set super long-term goals. I have a vision of where I want to be in a year. I don't spend crazy amounts of time on it. Instead, I tell myself an awesome story of how amazing it's going to be when I get there. Right? What's it going to look like? I get myself excited. Then I look at what can I do in the next 90 days? What can I commit to? I usually take a whiteboard and I brain dump everything onto it. Then I pick the 3 things that I'm going to commit to doing. Then I take one action that I can do every day that moves me forward, a baby step, right? If you try to go to the gym for 4 hours a day, how long is that going to last? Right? If you try to go on a 3-hour hike every day, how long is that going to last? If you're honest with yourself, you know that you might keep it up for a couple days, but at the end, it's just going to fall off because it's too much too fast. It overwhelms you, and we start telling ourselves a story looking for an excuse to quit. Instead, you pick a baby step that you can do every single day, and you start building that momentum. You start building that repetition. This is where the cheat comes in. The cheat is do one little extra thing. So I actually have a checklist that sits on my pillow. And it's the goals that I'm working on, right? There's 8 things on there usually that I have to do every day to move me towards those 3 big goals. They get 1 X this way, 1 line in the X this way. They get a second line when I find 1 extra thing. And it has to be something that is meaningful. It can't be like, oh, I spent 30 seconds thinking about it. It has to be something that is meaningful, that adds to that goal, something extra that I have done that day to push me just a little bit further towards reaching that goal. I had a girl come over once, man, this was back when I was in Vail, so it was a while ago. But she saw that list and she was like, what's that all about? And then she was like, don't you think that's a little extreme? And I knew right then and there she was not the right person, right? If you're watching this and you think that sounds a little bit extreme, I would challenge you, just do it with one goal. Just start pushing yourself a little bit further and watch what happens. You're going to start to see momentum in your life. And the minute you start to see momentum, you start to gain traction. You start to gain traction. You start to change your life. You start to change your actions. You start to change the world. Everything starts changing for you. I appreciate you guys checking this out. I know that you are getting massive value for it. Drop a comment down below. Tell me what little action you can take today to start moving your life forward. If you know that you need to share your message, you need to get your message out, I'm going to invite you to go to Stories That Scale. It is the 5 core stories that every business can use. It has a storytelling framework in it that always gets results. It's completely free. It's my gift to you. Go check it out, storiesthatscale.com. And until tomorrow, guys, take action, change lives, and make money. I'll see you soon.